We are kicking off this Saturday morning with Naoma from AskNaoma.com. Joe is finally joining me this morning.
Back here to talk social media.
Yeah, and we're talking about photos for blogging. So you can't just go on the internet and take any photo that you want, right?
Well, you can. You just have to be able to use it in the correct way.
Okay.
So with social media, you see all these photos being shared, and then people are resharing those, and then where did the original image come from? You can't do that just because you saw it on the internet or someone else's, social media without giving that person the proper credit. It's called Creative Commons. So with social media, especially blogging, if you're going to post an image, unless it's yours, you need to be able to credit where it came from so you don't get yourself in trouble. So there's a few websites where you can get some free stock images to use if you're trying to find that perfect image to use. So the first one is called 500px, and what it is, it's there is a membership required. It's free, but it has a database of tons of images. Some are free, some aren't, but again, you just got to search for the right image that you might want to use to kind of go along with your social media blog or with that you're posting. And with those photos, you are going to have to give credit to whoever took that photo. So just remember when you're putting the blog, photo credit taken by this person. Another one is creativecommons.photos. So that's a huge database. Again, no membership is required, but or membership is required, but then you also have to give right attribution to the correct photographer. So some of these sites will say, hey, give me credit. Some will say they don't care, just use whatever images you want. So you have to be careful when you're using other people's images on social media.
So where does it say on the actual website if you have to give credit?
It'll tell right on that photo the information about the photo. So if you're searching for something like dogs, and then there's a photo you might want to use on your blog because it has to pertain to that or whatever, just make sure it'll give who the photographer is.
What have you found? You've been a blogger for so many years. Have you credited folks over the years a lot?
Yes. It's just easier to ask for permission, and a lot of the websites, even on Flickr or even on Google Images, you'll see an image you might want to use. It'll tell whether or not you need to give credit to that person. It doesn't hurt to give that person credit.
Right.
And if you don't want to do that, just go ahead and take your own photos. The social media blog. And then there's a site that I use called Canva. It is a social media templates for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It'll give you templates for whatever social media site you're using. You just upload an image, whether it be a stock image or your own image. It'll give you how you can put, like text on it, or a lot of people are using social media images for quotations. You can use that site. It's very easy to use, free to use as well.
I like that.
That's great.
Pretty cool.
This is something we always worry about in the news department.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
When you edit stories and you want to grab some images, got to be careful.
Yes. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. So just go ahead and ask, and there's a lot of free websites that you can use to find those free images if you don't know where to get them, and I'll put them all on my website for everybody.
Perfect.
Thanks.
And with that said, we're about out of time.
I know, it went by so fast. Thank you so much, Naoma. We appreciate it. We'll have more news and weather after the break.